Hi, how are you? I don't know if you think about it a lot, but I get to think about it all the time. I think about the month of Av came. We are in Rosh Chodesh Av right now. So this means basically that you can't eat meat for 9 days. Personally, I am Sephardic, so I can eat meat until the actual week of Tisha B'Av. But still, this is something to think about. We're doing keto. We're trying to keep our health. Most of the nutrition comes from the meat. So how do we keep kosher, keep ourselves healthier, and also not eat meat for 9 days? So, first of all, before I give you something very good to eat while you're doing that 9 days no meat thing, let's call it a challenge, okay? Doing keto, not eating carbs a lot, and still needing to add something to ourselves in order to stay, just not hungry and still not eat meat. So, before that, I want to talk about the fact that we don't eat meat during that time of the year. Why is it and what does it cause? So, the sages say that eating meat is about being happy. Being happy is about eating meat and drinking wine. That's why on Yom Tov, on Chagim, or all kinds of on Shabbat, we eat meat and we drink wine because it adds to our happiness, being just happy. And they're not just saying that, the sages, it also is actually, it's backed with science, because we know that the B3 and all kinds of B vitamins that we get from the meat, from eating meat, that contributing to our happiness or our feeling of happiness. It's not just, not being hungry and having the protein. Also the vitamin B's that adds to our overall, happiness. And people that are suffering from depression, they basically, mostly, most of them, if they just checked it, they will see that they are lacking some vitamin B's that we can get from the meat. So, how do we actually go through those 9 days without the meat? First of all, let's talk about the feelings that we are supposed to have when the month of Av comes along. Hopefully, the Mashiach will come very soon, and this month will become a very happy month all the way through, not just after Tu B'Av, also from the beginning to the end. This is going to be a very happy month because we know that the Mashiach is supposed to be born in Tisha B'Av. But nowadays, we are supposed to be less happy during those times that we mourn the destruction of the temple, the two temples actually. And we're doing that because if we don't remember what happened to us as a people uh, thousands and thousands of years ago, when the temple was destructed, then we'll never be able to fix that and have the temple rebuilt again. And it's not just a building that was destructed, it's a whole way of living that we've lost. We basically lost something very significant to us as a Jewish people. And it's not just a building. And it didn't rebuild until now because we still haven't fixed what we have to fix. But this video is not about that. This video is about how science and modern psychology are actually backing up that way of living, giving yourself specific time to be sad, to not be happy. And Judaism is all about being happy all the time. Rabbi Nachman Mibreslev have said it already, that being happy is a big mitzvah. So how do we give ourselves the permission to be sad? Just giving yourself the permission to be sad is actually a very healthy thing to do, because most of the time we think about how we are supposed to be, and when we not live up to that expectation, it brings our overall feeling down. We feel down, we feel bad, we feel depressed, because we don't meet those expectations that we have from ourselves. So this exact time that we get to mourn over the temple that got distracted, we also get a very nice, healthy custom for ourselves, for our body and soul, to get permission to not be happy all the time, to not be all the time on the top of everything. So not eating meat will add to that. It will allow us to be more humble and modest, and eat just what we need. And when Tisha B'Av comes along, then we don't eat at all for 24, 25 hours. And it brings us to a state of sort of not only healthier, psychology, meaning a healthier state, but also our body is very happy about it, because it's really very healthy to fast, and we know that from so many research. And about what to eat during the 9 days, then I have a great solution for you, even though you might not really like it, but think it through, okay? A lot of people are eating during Shabbat on Seudah Shlishit, I guess. They're eating sardines. Not only sardines, all kinds of sardines. These sardines are very, very healthy for you and very good. You should add them to your everyday meal. But during the 9 days of not eating meat, that's a very healthy habit you can add to your diet. Just add a can of sardines to your diet, and what will you get? So many health benefits that you will be able to keep your ketones, and you won't be hungry all the time thinking about the next protein or anything. This is something very good that science backs up. Okay, the practical side of it. So all the science, by the way, is in the box below, okay? And you can check them out and see that I'm not inventing anything. 1 can of sardines, and I'm reading this, okay, for you, so I won't get confused about it. 1 can of sardines delivers about 25 grams of complete protein, all essential amino acids, and roughly 1.5 grams of omega-3s, fatty acids, and close to 40% of your daily calcium, all in one small tin, while with zero carbs, which keeps you in ketosis and brings you to you don't have to take the supplements if you are doing it, because sardines has it all if you just make yourself love them. A lot of people don't like sardines. I didn't as well, but I managed to do it, and this is something you should know you could do yourself, because a lot of things that we don't love to eat, and they're very, very healthy for us, we can make our mind get used to it, and then you would start loving it. I did it myself, otherwise I wouldn't tell you about it. I did it myself. I said to myself, sardines has so much science behind them, and it's so healthy. Why can't I just eat sardines? So I bought a sardine. Just make sure it's in olive oil and not seed oils that are very bad for you. and just try to eat them. Put some olive oil, just drain the olive oil that they're in, and put some new extra virgin olive oil, the good stuff, and add some lemon juice to it. Not something that's on a bottle, that comes in a bottle, just a real lemon. Squeeze it in and add some salt. It's okay to eat salt. Okay, it's very good for you, not too much, but add salt. Make sure it's sea salt, Himalayan salt, something with some benefits, and not the not the bad salt. Okay, and add some pepper, which is very good too, black pepper, and then just eat it. If you need to even just close your nose while you're doing it at first, do it. And then after a while, you eat one can a day. After a while, you will see that your body wants it, and your mind thinks that you love sardines. So you become a sardine lover. Just give it a while. Don't judge by the first tin, by the first can, okay? Try it, and you will see how many benefits your body gets from it. And it's great if you eat something that you actually like, and you will like it. Give it a chance. But also, I want to tell you that what we can learn from those 3 weeks of Ben HaMetzarim, of between the Yudzayin Betamuz fast and the Tisha B'Av fast, is that giving ourselves permission in certain times to be not happy, to be depressed, just giving it a certain time, it will add up to your lowering cortisol, because you won't be so stressed out about not succeeding of being happy all the time. And then when you have the time to mourn, the time to be not always so happy, then and you're okay with it, this is something that you're on top of. Okay, it's not like you're deteriorating to being sad or being depressed. You have a certain time frame in which you are allowed to do so, and then you will be much easier and happier about your choices and how you feel your feelings, and you will accept yourself as you are, because no one is happy all the time, not even millionaires or people that have, you think they have everything. No one has everything. So think about it. Give yourself some time to reflect on your feelings and everything, and do tshuva. This is the time for tshuva, because maybe, just maybe, next year or maybe this year, the Mashiach will come, and we'll have no more sadness in our lives, and we'll be happy with what we have. So let's try bring it to life. Let's try taking care of our bodies and our souls, and may Hashem bless all of you.